Okay, so as Naruto, when Naruto says I'm gonna go get revenge, he he says, and I'll never ever make sure this happens ever again. We're gonna say Madara and Hashi, the 5 year time skip has passed. Well, the 5 year skip has passed in Madara and Hashirama, or Tobirama, I'm sorry. Madara and Tobirama, since they're the best, one of the best duos to ever live. Remember how I said Naruto, he's gonna be weaker now, because he gave away his 10 tails to his kids. So he's just gonna have the demon power and everything, yeah. And he's gonna have his sword. His sword just rise to the maximum level with the hatred and rage. With the hatred and rage level. And Naruto, he rides, he just keep riding forward as fast as he can to the Leaf Village. He goes to the Leaf Village and he sees Tsunade there sitting on, no, I want to say she's just entering the village. And Naruto, he sits there in a tree watching her as his bloodlust grows. But he controls it because he wants to hide his presence. But he accidentally let it slip and he controlled it back. One of the Ambu caught this and they teleported, where they body flickered quickly where that was. And as soon as he tried to attack Naruto, the Ambu tried to attack Naruto, Naruto killed him in a split second and said, I don't have time for your bull. As Naruto, he went in there. 10 minutes has passed. Naruto went in there and he slaughtered the gate guardians, and he just started slaughtering villagers left and right and throwing them in the alley. Then he got to Hokage's mansion. He sit there and he hid his presence, and he saw Tobirama and Hashirama laughing with the Hokage, saying that stupid brat will never ever figure out that that stupid brat will never that Tintel's brat will never figure out that we're not even evil. All we trying to do is lure him so we can kill him. Now that the 5 year time skip is up, Tsunade, why don't you send a message? And Tsunade says, yeah, why don't I? And since you ripped out his eye, say that wasn't me. So they had me beat up and bruised, and they put me. Someone transformed as me. And he says, yeah. Says, yeah. Says, and they telling Ambo to come here. And Naruto, as soon as the Ambo gets out the door, Naruto slaughters him. And they hear the Ambo faint scream. She says, he dies. And Tsunade, he rushes out there, says, what the heck happened? And she sees Naruto. Naruto's wearing a mask. She sees a masked man. She says, who are you? And Naruto pulls out his sword and he slices Tsunade's head off. And after that, Tsunade didn't die when Naruto stabbed her through the chest. And if I didn't say that, but he slices her head off. He says, I'll make sure you die this time, cause she got the ultimate healing. And he sliced her body to pieces. He says, I don't give two craps if you're my grandma or not gonna die. And I might end the series in this episode or the next one. I don't know. But basically what happened was Hashirama and Madara, since they're stronger than Naruto now, because since he only has the demon power, he's not as strong because he has the 10 tails. But he still has his dojutsu. So he pulls he says all dojutsu summon Rene form, and he gets all his dojutsu in one of his eyes because the other one he gave away to his son. He gets the dojutsu in one of his eyes, and and Madara and Tobirama are shocked by this. They say, "What? He's not Uchiha Hyuga, or he's not even a Uchiha or Hyuga. How does he have the Rinnegan and the Sharingan and the Byakugan?" Tuh, must have those one's eyes. And Naruto, he whipped out his Rinnegan. It has 50 Tomoes on it. And when I say his Rinnegan is instead of purple, it's black because all his hatred. In his Byakugan, his veins are red because of the blood, so much bloodlust. And Madara and Tobirama, they say, "Tuh, we're not scared of you." And Naruto, he tries to attack Madara and Tobirama with his bare fist, and they easily died and kick him in his back. Actually, I'm ending the series in this episode. They easily dodge and kick him in his back. And after that, Naruto, he coughs up some blood and says, "You're the first one to ever land a head on me. You must be pretty good." And Naruto whips out his demon sword, full max power, hatred, and everything. And he decides to attack them, but they dodge that too. And Naruto says, "Who are these people?" And Madara, he says, "Tsukiyomi," and he tries to put Naruto in a genjutsu, but Naruto acts like he in the genjutsu. He says, "No, no, ah!" And he starts screaming. And as soon as Madara gets close enough, Naruto he quickly tries to stab Madara, but he just cuts his hand or cuts his arm. It's a deep cut. He deep cuts his arm, and Tobirama says, "Madara, he landed a hit on you? You're pitiful." And Madara laughed and said, "Huh, it won't happen again, Tobirama." And he says, "Yeah, okay." And as he just says that, Naruto, his demon form starts to appear. He starts getting his Uzumaki chain start coming out, his 10 chain, and as that happened, they said, "I see this boy's Uzumaki too. Must be special." Madara says, "I want his eyes." And Toby says, "We're not here for that. We're not here for that, Madara." And he says, "Okay, Toby." So he tries to attack Naruto, and his Uzumaki chains block all their attacks. And Naruto, he tries to go to his super, where he's invisible. He tries to go to that form, but Madara keeps attacking him, and Tobirama keeps attacking him, and keeps wood styling him where he can't. And Madara said, "So I need to end this." Madara says, "Fire style, majestic flame destroyer," and as he blows Naruto chains, and they get blew back, and they get dented and scratches on them. And Naruto says, "That's impossible." He tries to attack Madara as he gets pummeled down, and Naruto says, "I can't die here, not here." And he looks up and he says, "Sage the Six Packs, please help me." And I said the Six Packs is watching. He says, "Tuh, a demon brat like you, I'll never help you." And then, actually, I'm not gonna end it here. We see Kaguya. Naruto, he's friends with Kaguya, and he released her from the moon just so she can leave him free will. And she hasn't been bothering any Otsutsuki. So she says, Naruto, is that you? And she looks at Naruto, looking up, and he says, "Well, kisses goodbye, goodbye to this world, goodbye to my kids, goodbye to my wives, goodbye to Kaguya and all my friends." And he says, as he drops, as the tear drops on his eye, and as Madara is Toby Rama is gonna wood style him, like I say he has a wood blade and he's about to, but it's sharp. It's so sharp. He has a wood blade and he's about to slice Naruto's head off. As soon as he does this, Kaguya pops out of nowhere and says, "I can't let you do that." Toby Rama of the wood release, and Kaguya she attacks Toby Rama and Madara at the same time. Them not being able to keep up with Kaguya's speed and her jutsus, she whoops out the Rene Sharingan, and she puts him in a Tsukiyomi. And Naruto, she picks up Naruto and says, "Naruto-kun, are you okay?" And Naruto, he's beat up, bruised, and cuts mark everywhere on his body. And he says, "Yeah, I'm fine." But he's really lost. He just doesn't want Kaguya to worry. He says, "Yeah, I'm fine, Kaguya. Can you take me home to my kids and my family?" And she says, "Yeah, okay, Naruto-kun." And as she says this, we basically see her picking up Naruto like like Naruto would Hinata. And wanna say a couple days later, Naruto Kaguya pulls up at the demon village and says, and the soldiers and Astia are saying there and says, "What do you have our demon king, huh? Did you kill him?" And Kaguya says, "No, I am no match for your demon king. Even I am no match for your demon king. Even if I did go full power, it would kill me in an instant. And plus, I wouldn't want to hurt him. I wouldn't want to hurt him. After all, I do love him." And Naruto hears this, and he says, "Huh? I guess she did love me." And Naruto passes out, and has out from blood loss. And Naruto, he goes to his house, all beat it tattered, and with scratches. And Kaguya knocks on the door, and Hami opens the door to where Kaguya is, and she sees Naruto bruised and tattered, and she says, "Oh," she says, "What happened to Naruto-kun? Come in now. What happened? What did you do?" And Kaguya said, "I didn't do anything, miss. I just came to save. I just came to save him. He was getting beat by two other men." And Hobby cries and says, if only, if only, um, if only everyone hated, if only everyone did not hate him, then we wouldn't have to live this life of war and him leaving, trying to protect us, the family. I hate it." And Hami sits down, and and Yumi says, "Mommy, are you okay?" And Hobby says, "No, I just need some alone time right now." And Yui said, "Oh, okay." And as she goes to try to get Naruto, or try to when he goes to try to touch Naruto, he says, yeah. He starts breathing heavily, and she says, Naruto-kun, I'm so sorry. Please, just don't leave me. And Naruto says, okay. And when he says, okay, he goes to a comatose state. And, I want to leave it out there, but I really don't. So, after that comatose state, actually, yeah, after Naruto goes in a comatose state, that's when we'll leave it off.